Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of my Japan vlogs. First, I have to say that this is my very first voiceover, and English is my second language, so please just bear with me if there's room of improvements. With that being said, let's get right into today's topic about anime cafes. As I've mentioned in the first episode, I've been to quite a number of anime cafes over the past 2 years. Side note, if you want to know more about my experience staying at the Blue Lock Hotel and Blue Lock Cafe, check out that first episode. Please. Anyways, back to anime cafes. Given I've been to a good number of them, I'm just gonna start with my Tokyo trip last summer, where I went to 7 anime cafes, all in a week. I'm gonna do this in a 2-part video and cover 3 to 4 cafes in each. I'll also be sharing some tips and thoughts as I go through them. So tag along and let's dive right in. Number 1, Jump Shop 20th Anniversary Cafe. This was an extremely popular event held in Ikebukuro, Sunshine City. They had a simple menu with a couple drinks and desserts, featuring big titles like One Piece, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. For each drink and dessert, you get bonus gift of paper coasters, or you can also add on purchases of cup sleeves and plastic trays. The cafe only had a limited number of inventory for each day. On top of that, you also have to go through a highly competitive lottery for just the entry ticket. The trick there is, since most people were fighting for the early morning slots, you actually have a bigger chance of winning if you just choose a later time of entry, which is pretty much what I did. My entry time was around 6:30 p.m. on a weekday. Not everyone showed up for my slot, as the popular items were already sold out by then. Luckily for me, I got drinks of Haikyuu and Sakamoto Days. Both I've either watched or read some. I also got the donut of Gojo Sensei, which is what I wanted the most from this event, so I'm pretty happy about that. Unfortunately, the food was not that tasty. I liked how the cookies that came with the drinks were shaped as symbols representing the anime/manga. However, the big scoops of vanilla ice cream were just way too sweet. The donut was dense. I tried to take it slow and eat it in pieces, enjoying my sweet time with Gojo Sensei. But after fighting with the dryness for a while, I ended up chucking him down with the drinks. There's no seats to sit in the cafe. Most people just stand by one of the high tables, take a bunch of photos, quickly finish their food, and leave. It was overall a memorable experience. Plus, you do get 3 paper coasters for each drink, which is very generous compared with most other anime cafes. I would give this experience an 8 out of 10. Events held by Jump Shop are generally fun and free to attend, so definitely go if you ever get a chance. Moving on. Number 2, Spring Storm and Monster Cafe by My Characful Cafe. This is actually my 3rd time going to a My Characful Cafe collab event. The first 2 collabs I went to were Natsume's Book of Friends and Olan High School Host Club, both of which I really enjoyed. Of all the anime cafes I've been to so far, I would say that My Characful Cafe offers relatively tasty food and drinks. I know, the blue color of this curry rice is not that tempting, but trust me, it was delicious. To be honest, I don't know that much about Spring Storm and Monster. I decided to go to this cafe mostly for the beautiful acrylic coasters. And of course, they were sold out a couple days before my reservation. So to make up for not getting the acrylic coasters, I turned to the bonus paper coasters instead and ended up ordering way too many drinks. This actually happened again and again later during this trip, and I will reflect on it by the end, I promise. Overall, this event also gets an 8 out of 10. I did enjoy the food, just should have probably cancelled the reservation when I saw they ran out of what I wanted. Number 3, Jujutsu Kaisen Cafe by Box Cafe. This was another insanely popular event. I only got a reservation in the early afternoon, so for the morning that day, I went to the Jujutsu Kaisen exhibition with a friend. The exhibition was in a shopping plaza in Shibuya. I liked how they decorated the building with elements of the manga even in the elevator. We were not allowed to take videos of the exhibition, and only certain spots allowed photography. It took about 2 hours for us to get through everything. There's just a lot of people. We also bought a bunch of merch. I think in total, the two of us spent about 50,000 yen, which was a little bit over budget, but we were excited, so it's okay. After a quick lunch, we walked from Shibuya to Harajuku for the cafe. It was my first time going to a box cafe collab, and I was overall satisfied with the experience. The cafe was nicely decorated with collab art. They also got clips of Season 2 playing in the background. We got these blind draws of small fans as bonus gifts for making reservation, and luckily, both of us got Gojo Sensei. Since we were still kind of full from lunch, we only ordered 2 drinks and 1 main dish, so I can't say too much about the taste. But it was not bad, as we did finish all the food. We intentionally protected the art of Gojo Sensei on that plate. I would say this collab gets a 9 out of 10. I will go back if they have another collab that I'm interested in, and I'll make sure I have more room to eat next time. With that, there's 4 more cafes left of this trip, and I'll cover them in part 2 of this video. If you like what you just saw, leave a comment or even consider subscribing. Thank you all, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!